The Backrooms. You've been here before. Phenomenon number 43. Forbidden info. River, Eden. Of course, they know things we don't know, but they also know things we can't know. Overseer B. Image caption. An example of information that can cause phenomenon 43. Censored. Description. Phenomenon 43 refers to the tendency for certain important information pertaining to the inner workings of the backrooms to break human minds. Information that causes this phenomenon apparently varies, and its specifics are unknown by nearly all living humans. The general public database does contain some information that causes phenomenon 43. If you are an entity of human-level sapience, please view these pages at your own risk. A file attached to the page on the Keymaster. A file attached to the page on the Game Master. Another file, origin and purpose unknown. Note, this file is the tail, the terminus. If you view the info card now, you will see a link to a reading of this tail. Endnote, entity null and related documents. Note, this is referring to Nostalgic IS and Level 404. Endnote, and potentially many more. Footnote. This list is maintained by database contributors. If you are an entity capable of perceiving information that can cause phenomenon 43 or otherwise possess knowledge on pages that cause it, please add the pages to this list. For reasons that are likely unknowable, as such information is likely to trigger phenomenon 43 itself, this information persists on the database after being added until the physical server blade containing it is destroyed or unplugged. The data cannot be deleted by digital means. This usually causes the device attempting the operation to fail, sometimes permanently. For example, more than 3 computers owned by the Meg have had capacitors leak suddenly when the deletion is attempted, and a further 2 computers have had their hard disk drives fail. Prevention. This phenomenon is difficult to prevent, as it is difficult to ascertain what knowledge is going to cause the phenomenon ahead of time. The Meg has created a protocol for their researchers to follow while gathering information about the Backroom's nature, which one might find useful. The Meg Research Department. Guide. How to avoid learning mind-breaking information. 1. If one experiences acute headaches during the research of a topic relating to the nature of the backrooms, take a break. If the headache does not fade over the course of 2 hours, seek clearance from the head of research branch before continuing your studies. 2. If one finds information to be incomprehensible, viscerally disturbing in a manner which is difficult to describe, or otherwise beginning to erode one's mind, cease research immediately and refrain from uploading your findings to the general public database. 3. When researching the pantheon of the lost, use secondary sources such as scrolls or manuscripts, or consult Lady Blanche. Do not research such topics independently without explicit overseer clearance. 4. Do not read the writing of the pillar scribe. 5. Use your better judgment and ask for help if you need it. This information is to be made available to all researchers, preferably in a spot where it can be referred to consistently. Meg Records, Furthering Humanity. Log file. This log, like much of this file, is courtesy of the Meg. Info. Log date. March 17th, 2023. 8h21 p.m. Experiment purpose. Every human exposed to this image thus far has succumbed to the effects of the poorly understood phenomenon 43. This experiment aims to gauge how much of the file can be viewed before one succumbs to its effects. Method. The image is loaded slowly onto the screen over the course of an hour, via pixels drawn randomly from the image until the entire image is visible. A viewer sits in a chair and watches the image be drawn. This version of the image was 200 by 200 pixels. Summary. Show experiment summary. 2 minutes. 1,333 out of the 40,000 pixels displayed. Subject appears nervous, shifting in his seat. Subject requested a glass of water. Request denied for the sake of a fair experiment. 5 minutes. 3,333 out of the 40,000 pixels displayed. Subject complains of headache. I'm not sure what's up with the screen, but it's like I can feel each pixel rendering. Subject once again requested a glass of water. Request denied for the sake of a fair experiment. 9 minutes. 6,000 out of the 40,000 pixels displayed. Subject sits squinting at the picture. Subject complains of a migraine. 15 minutes. 10,000 out of the 40,000 pixels displayed. Subject looks from the picture to the door of the room and back repeatedly. This picture. Subject mumbles to himself. Subject suddenly asks to end the experiment, which is promptly obliged. Result. For the time being, the subject has been in the hub. All he has said is that he's looking for the keymaster. Overseer advisory pending on the best course of action.